Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well today. Happy Friday. Here, I wonder if I can like go out with it. Let's see. If I want to go up, what happens? Goofy looking angle. Let's see here. Hey, how goofy's the angle? Sitting staring at us from afar. All right, let's maybe move it down just a smidge. Okay. All right. So nobody can have to worry about seeing my ugly ass thighs, huh? All right. Let's zoom in just a smidge. Okay. I feel like that's pretty good. Or, well, actually, let me go like above over. Oh, no, because it's live format. God, I'm going to be fucking with the camera most of the night, huh? I already feel like that's going to happen. Oh, that's like perfect. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Saturday if you're across the globe. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the paint stream. This is just kind of a simple, fun thing that we're going to get into as well. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that, please let me know. I will do my best to answer them. Happy Friday, though. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm glad you guys are here making it out. It's been a long day. I've been wanting to stream recently. As you saw from my video, I've been working on my little models here. Really excited for these guys. They've been super fun to play with and mess with. Definitely something that I have enjoyed these last few days. Oh, don't mind my hand being covered in what looks to be like yellow crap. A paint thing exploded all over me, so I'm having to make stuff work out of it. So it is what it is, but that's what we're gonna do. As you can see, we've kind of been starting to work on some stuff here. We finished up one of our Scarecrow guys. Doesn't he look great? He's one of our main features that we have in there as well. Of course, so is our werewolf. We did a bunch of videos with him. I'm not done with him yet. As you can see, there's still a lot of white. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get him painted down. Of course, we have our awesome little spooky ghost guy. He's also a work in progress, so he's not done yet. But we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Hope you guys, again, are having a wonderful night. Can I not see the comments? Let me see. No, let me do this. All messages. So I can see you guys talking to me. If you guys have any questions or anything, comments or anything like that, please let me know. I will gladly answer them when I can. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Dr. M, if you're a longtime member of the channel, Dr. M, aka my wife, my wonderful, wonderful wife, she said she was going to work on these three guys, so we'll let her do that. We'll let her work on these guys unless she says otherwise, but today the focus is going to be on these four for our wonderful little spooktacular video that we're making. I'm super excited about this video. We're working on together, I guess, now, because apparently 7 models was a lot to ask. So let me go ahead and let me fix this guy really quick. I broke him. I didn't realize I did this until it was too late, but it is what it is, I guess. I have no idea what language that is. Definitely European. Is that like Czech? Damien? I'm sorry, I'm an English speaker. I do not know what that means. Kunku Sava, I think, or no, that's like, I don't know. It's definitely like some form of language here. All right, we're gonna let this guy hang out here by him's lonesome until we get him taken care of and fixed, because he's still not stable. Let's go ahead and get working and kind of finishing up our guy here. So we went through and we're doing kind of some orc green that we have some edges here. Of course, we still have some stuff that we need to highlight down. So we're going to work on this tonight. Definitely some fun stuff here. All right, let's see here. Let's figure this out, huh? I'm going to knock off some of the paint that's on my brush here. Okay. Let's see. All right. So if you guys are curious of what we're doing here, so we're starting off with some brown. We're going to try to get the chest kind of clean. Said hi. Oh, thank you, Kylie. I appreciate that. Hello, my friends. Welcome in. Hi, guys. Hope you guys are doing well today. Happy Friday or Saturday or whatever is going on. Kylie, good to see you. Thanks for coming and hanging out. How's your Friday going? Let me know. Sorry if I don't get to your messages automatically. I am not looking at stuff outright. Forgive me. Hope you guys had a good Friday. I definitely did. I'll have to show you guys the mess once we kind of get rolling here and we're almost done fixing up some stuff of what happened to me today while I was working on our video and stuff. All right, let's see here. I gotta finish up this one nail here. Oh no, let's see here. If you guys are curious about anything, let me know. Some of you guys I know are brand new to like the community of like mini painting and stuff. I know some stuff like that's happened. Hey, listen, it happens. I'm new to the community. I'm newer, I guess you should say, especially to Blood Bowl. But it's definitely been fun to just have some good time to paint. If you guys are curious about anything or you want to ask any questions, you guys are free to ask away. All right. All right. You know, one of the things that I really love about these paints is how well they've worked out for me, which has been so nice. God, I miss this. All right, let's see. Look how well these guys have worked out for me. Let's see here. I'm going to zoom this in just a smidge so you guys can see what I'm working on. All right. He's kind of got like a tracksuit look to him, and I didn't even really mean for that to happen. Like a green tracksuit. Huh. I still don't like that white stripe. We'll figure out something to do with it. I guess I could go with a yellow. I don't know if I want to do the yellow like that. We'll see. All right. If you guys are curious of who I am, my name's T-Mac. Simple house husband hobbyist. Been in the hobby space for years, the mini painting space for a bit. Just started my YouTube channel recently up as like kind of a fun thing to do. And if you guys like my content, please let me know. I think we just hit 246 subs. Very exciting. If you also have a music taste that you don't like, let me know. I can play anything that isn't copywritten. That's the drawback. Nothing copywritten because I don't want to get banned. But I just have some jazz going on right now. Oops. As a nice kind of cool thing. Okay, let's get back to what I'm doing here. Okay, there's a little bit of that gunk that we missed here, so let's go ahead, hit it back with that brown. Let's see here. All right. Man, these models ain't gonna paint themselves, man. I will say, it's been nice these last few days just kind of getting into some fun stuff as well. Definitely these guys have been fun to build and paint and hang out and work on, but also they've kind of been the death of me. But I mean, it's all kind of for a nice video. I hope the video is received well. Hopefully, right? That's kind of the jaw. Or that's kind of the pitch, is that we're doing this for our little video that's about to come out regarding our spook stuff. Let's see here. Let's get a little bit more on that armor piece right there. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna have to zoom in just a smidge here. Really make sure I'm getting those green kind of bits there. Hate to leave anything out. Very nice looking. These paints have been very nice to me these last few times, so every time I've used them, we stand. Paint set. Listen to the painter, right? Or at least I do. I don't know about you guys. I love this song. Ooh, there you go. Look at that. Good looking guy, huh? Ooh, I'm sorry. Let me get the light over. Good looking guy, huh? I like that green. I definitely need to figure out something of like how I can make it look a little bit better. But we're gonna work on it, I think. It'll be there. We'll figure it out, right? Oh, God. We got an unskippable ad. I'm sorry, folks. I'll turn it back on in the next 50-ish minutes. 50-ish? I'm sorry, 50 seconds. I'm losing my mind, slowly but surely. The paints, guys, they're driving me to do it. It's the demons. But the parasites, the demons, right? Doing pretty damn good. I'll say these guys look freaking nice. There's still some bits of stuff I haven't really finished working on here, but we're working on it ever so slightly. Definitely want to do like a brush. Let's see here. What colors do I have that can contrast really well with our werewolf friend here? Definitely want something not as light, I don't think, but I also want something, let's see here. Kind of like want some blonde, but I don't want too blonde. Let's see, ice yellow for the dry brush. Maybe not. I don't necessarily know if I like that, but I also really don't like, I guess I could lead up to the yellows. That might be what we have to do. Or what I might do is this. Yeah. This might be what we do. All right. I'm going to show you guys a T-Mac pro tip on mini painting and dry brushing in general. So what I have here is a little reusable rag that I love to have. These things are great. They're like a reusable paper towel. So what we're going to do is we're going to spurt just a little bit on this paper towel right here. And then we're going to go into a dry, we're going to open up our set here. And as you can see, we're going to choose like a makeup brush, right? So we're going to choose the smallest one here because we're going to go with the most detail. The bigger sizes, if you're going to do this, it's for like bigger models. So that's like, you know, I want to say like 60 millimeter bases over, or you're wanting to just dry brush the whole model. That's what you would use it for. But the small guys, we're going to use this for more detail, right? So we have our little dry brush here. And we're going to go pop, 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 and just kind of smack it around this fabric, right? See how we're doing that right there? And then we're going to take our model and we're just going to go, yeah, and we're going to go around those little bits and edges that are highlighted, right? I'm going to show you guys why we're doing this here in a second, but we're doing this to add some of that texture. And you always want to kind of do it over parts that have some good texture to it. And if you get a little stuffy kind of on your model, don't worry about it. I think it always adds some nice like depth. But we're just gonna look at that. All right, we're gonna do his neck though too. Might need a little bit more matte. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice little grayed out mane there. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it, guys? That looks great. Kind of looks like he's been on a snowy tundra or something like that. We're definitely going to work on this, though. Look at that. Man, that looks great. I'm a huge fan. Okay, awesome. So we're going to just kind of brush this stuff out. You don't want to get these guys wet. The reason why is because if you do, it makes the brush really hard to do. So you're going to have to do some other things to clean, and it kind of sucks for it. But we'll figure it out. But look at that. Isn't that nice? I love these little brushes. Oh, I just dropped my airbrush, but I don't know where it went. Oh, no. Oh, it's in my rolls. Awesome. Okay. So we did that kind of beating and all that senseless kind of knocking around to get that white kind of color. So, T-Mac, you wonder, what are we going to do next? I think we're going to try out, let's see here, which one do we like the most? Demonic Yellow. I think Demonic Yellow is a little bit more on that lighter side. Because we were originally looking at doing that Ice Yellow, but I feel like that Ice Yellow just does not go well with that fur. And it's just still kind of at that point of white. So maybe... Actually, you know what? We'll try it out. I'm going to try it out for you guys. Maybe it might look good. Who knows? I could be wrong. The thing about these models and mini painting and stuff in general is that you always should be curious about trying stuff out. Always, always, always. Always be curious. Defeats the purpose if you're not, right? Uh-oh. He's coming off the thing. Let's see here. It's not necessarily highlighted the way that I wanted it to, but we're going to work on this. I'm going to dip this just a little bit in here. Yeah. So maybe what we'll do instead is we'll try out that yellow, right, that we were looking at originally, because that yellow is kind of what we were looking at. So let's try out that yellow. Okay. Let's see. We're going to try out the yellow now. Mainly to give him some nice little furry highlights. Because we want my man's hair to look good, right? Let's see here. Yeah, look at that. That's not too bad. What are we thinking? Not a bad look. At least to me, at least. Let's see here. Alright, we'll go back over. The best part is we'll go back over and we'll clean up that stuff in a bit. Sounds good? Sounds good. I think at least. Alright. So as you can see, we kind of got some gunk right there on his leg. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over here. We're going to go ahead and just get back in our brown here. We're just going to go boop, 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 boop. And we're just going to clean up where we knocked off. And see, look at that. Isn't it great? Paint just covers the multitude of sin. Covers the multitude of the sin that you create, right? Because painting sometimes can get messy. So every once in a while when it does, you just kind of clean up a little bit, right? Dust yourself off, literally. You can just kind of clean up what you messed up. No harm, no foul. See, we did really good on that leg. Remember, it was all covered in gunk. But now we cleaned up that leg really well. That's all it cares about. All right, let's keep working. Let's see here. Now we're going to fix our little my friend's armor right there. That's totally fine. Because guess what? Boom. Look at that. Got our green right back. And ta-da! Magic. Fixed up his armor. And you barely can tell that there was any damage. See? Painting itself is such a wonderful thing. I love painting so much, dude. Because look at that. You could just clean up the armor, fix it where it's messed up, and then be done with it. And you're not getting too lambasted in the sense of like, oh, well, I need to fix this. And it's like, oh, no, you can. Just take your time, your energy, and kind of breathe. Because it's easy to fix. Any of this stuff is easy to fix when it comes to mini painting. And it adds just enough detail where you're not having to worry about it being super messed up, but you're doing enough to fix it. And that's all that matters. That's what I recommend, at least. Alright, let me move this over here. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. You can't even see that. Forgive me. I'm still not used to this whole camera setup. Forgive me, guys. I'm sorry. That's on me. Alright, let's see here. Alright, we're going to go down here. We're going to fix up that little black part. You see where it's kind of underneath here? We're going to fix that up, and we're going to clean that up a little bit so it looks a little bit more like that's his pad, right? See how we kind of did that? Looks good, doesn't it? Alright. Still trying to figure out what we're going to do. I think we're going to just do black accenting for this, I feel like I've been called to the black. Let's see what it looks like, shall we? Okay. This is where it's going to get fun, right? So when you're holding stuff like this, it's always hard. You're just going to go whoop-de-boop-de-boop. There we go. Look at that. And I'm not too worried about it not being super perfect. The reason I don't worry about it being perfect is because you don't have to worry about it being perfect. If it's imperfect, or if it struggles, or if it looks bad or anything else, you can always fix it in the post. And also, one thing that I think should be taught in a lot of the mini painting stuff is that no model has to look like it just came off of a magazine, right? I feel like in so many ways the mini painting is just, it is what it is. You don't have to make stuff look perfect, right? I feel like that's the big thing that people are trying to sell you. Oh, perfect minis, perfect minis. Ah, I say that you don't need to have perfect minis in order to have fun. Especially in this hobby, man. Life's too short to be mad and upset about not having good looking minis. This guy's not perfect, but he looks good, doesn't he? I think he does at least. Let me know. If you guys think he looks bad, let me know. I'd love to hear it. But if you think he looks bad, give me a way that we can make him look better, right? Oh, excuse me. I had to turn off my heating. I'm warm. I'm very warm right now. All right. Let's see here. We got to get those fingers. You see those little fingers up there? All right. Alrighty. Oh gosh. Okay. We might have to get our brown paint back because we are almost out. Oh, wow. Look at that, guys. Alright, let's see here. Man, look at that. That's so pretty. I love this. We're going to leave those fingernails alone because if they're not perfect, then that's fine. We don't need them to look perfect, right? Man, does he not look good or what? Oh, man, he actually looks pretty intense. We need to figure out a good name for this guy. If you guys got a name, let me know. I'd love to hear it. Oh, man. Oh, man, I guess we're out of brown. All right, let me get some more brown on the palette here. Ha, 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 ha. Okay. Got to get just a smidge more brown on the palette there. Don't want to leave too much sitting, you know? Okay. Okay. I apologize, everybody. I keep moving the models away because I got bad eyesight. Yeah, there we go. Man, doesn't he look good? All right. Okay. Let's see. So there's a bit of a rope right there. And we did say we liked the black. So I guess we'll just stick with the black for now. I like it. You know what? I'm going to stick with it because I feel like it matches this whole ensemble. And I was planning to do a black wash over this, but I might do something else. Let's see here. What else? What other kind of... We do have a bunch of speed paints here. Well, that'll kind of wash out. I guess we could try the Raging Sea. Let's see here. I keep dropping brushes. Forgive me, y'all. All right. Okay. I still keep dropping brushes. Okay. We might try this guy over his green if it works. Let's see if that actually does it. Well, we'll see. We'll hold up to the test here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's work on the black then. So we're going to do any of the straps. We're going to make them just black, I think is what we decided to do. Which in my opinion, I think is totally fine. Gives it kind of that nice little contrasting look. We've been doing kind of some brighter colors, so it's nice to kind of go back and do some darker ones, you know? Remember, I'm not trying to make these guys look perfect. I'm just trying to get them paint ready for the table. Because it's spooky season. Nice. Okay. Oh, excuse me, my face is itchy. Okay, we're going to work on this guy. Now we're going to go from the bottom here. We're going to just gently stroke. Gently stroke, gently stroke, gently stroke, gently stroke. Yeah. Looks like that looks good, doesn't it? Just enough to keep that like kind of material away so we're not being too bogged down with it, which I think is perfection. Let's see. We do have to kind of clean up our little material in there, which is fine. We can do that. We'll do that right now. Because our brush is wet and we have a bunch of this turquoise paint that's just been sitting here on the palette ready to get used. Saying excited. It's been excited to be a part of the model. And let me tell you, I'm excited to put it on the... I'm excited to put them on the model. Yeah. I wanted to do kind of more of a Halloween-y theme for them, but I don't know, something about them just really... This guy just, for some reason, he reminded me too much of, like, a nice track star, you know, that turned into a werewolf. So I couldn't help but to kind of make him look like that. But we're definitely going to probably, like, you know, lighten him up a little bit, make him look a little bit more, you know, funny, I guess. Let's see. I guess, you know what? I'm going to try it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to try something new here. Never before seen by at least me. Oh, and we're going to try this Raging Sea on the model. Let's see if it works. Let's see, shall we? So, first things first, let's go ahead and we'll try to do the jersey here. So I just want enough to kind of cover the brush, but not too much. Let's see. Alrighty. Having to concentrate here because I'm having to get that paint, that little wet paint between the edges there. Ooh, I kind of like that. I don't know about you guys, but I actually am a real big fan of that. It looks nice. Kind of that nice contrasting blue with that green. Ooh, this is pretty. Ooh, I like this a lot. Let's see here. We're going to keep... Soup, 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 soup. Nice deep, kind of like that nice deep turquoise color. I like it a lot. What do you guys think? Let me know. I do like the thinning here. Oh, this looks good. I like this a lot. Okay. Do, 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 do. Oh man, the Jazz is carrying me away right now, man. Let's see. Nice. I don't know, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? I like it. Hopefully as it'll dry, it'll create this kind of nice blue texture. That was somebody's like, I just said bluey and it probably brought in like 20 million people. No, I'm kidding, I wish. God, I wish people would watch the streams, but I don't really do it for them, I do it for myself. Alright, what should I do the stripe? I feel like I want to do it something, but I don't know what. I don't want to do it orange because I feel like that would be stupid. You know what, let's work on the belt and kind of get our rope done here, and then we'll work on the rest, right? Because I feel like that's what you need to do. You need to take your moments, kind of calm them down a little bit, and then just kind of work your way through it. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to work on the rope part. Let's see here. Let's see if I can bring in a little bit closer. Let me zoom in there. There we go. Just working on that rope part right there. You see it? Right there, just across his little waist. His snatched waist. Just enough speed paint to just kind of cover up that part, right? You don't want to do too much because then it overpowers the rest. But do just enough there, and it looks immaculate, you know? Sometimes the paint kind of gets stuck, though, so you kind of have to assist it just a little bit. What are we thinking? I think that looks pretty daggum good. In my opinion, it looks immaculate, but I could be wrong. Okay, let's see here. Let's do just a tad bit more. Just a tad bit more. We're going to go boop, 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 and a little bit more kind of like... There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Kind of made it look like that darker green. I kind of liked that, though. I kind of like it. I like that little darker color. So let's see here. What are we going to do his stripe? I guess we could keep it just white, huh? We might do that. But I might clean up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up his sock, though. That's around his little ankle here. Although I really like it, I think it would be good if we just kept that clean. And we didn't fool around too much with trying to, you know, make perfection perfection, right? Because that's not what we're here for. We're just here to paint, paint, paint. Yeah, look at that, guys! Does he not look cool? Man, he looks like he's ready for the field. I'm so excited for this dude. This is a Blood Bowl mini as well. I love these guys. They're incredible. The little, I don't know, I love the horror element of this. I think that that's one of the fun parts. That, and it's also, I mean, it's spooky season, right? You can't go wrong with a nice spooky model to paint during the holiday, right? I can't. Love these guys. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to consider him done. But what I'm going to do, is because this is for a video that's going to be on my channel, is I am going to do this. Let's see here. Oh, that is the camera off button. Let's see here. Start a Q&A. We'll start a Q&A. Oh, let's see here. Alrighty. Can I... Hold on. See, chat filter, community moderation. There was a way to do cuts, weren't there? Here we go. There it is. Let me do that one more time. Great looking guy. I'm excited to put him on the mini channel for us. Alright. Awesome looking guy. Huge. Alright. What do you guys think the next one should be? Right? Let's figure this out. I'm thinking... So we've done our Scarecrow, right? We've done our Wolfman. Why don't we work on, I guess, our lineman, right? Doesn't he look good? He looks so freaking good. Okay. So one of the things that we've been really wanting to keep with consistent, and by the way, what I will do is once I'm done with this guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through with a shade, and I'm going to just highlight those shady areas that I will do. Actually, you know what? Why don't we do that right now? No time like the present. Let's see here. So what I'm going to use is just a strong skin shade. Love this shade. I love the Army Painter stuff in general. I really love their stuff. I'm shocked with... I never thought I would really love it, but man, oh man, oh man. It just does such a good job of setting the minis out to look really nice. And just... I can't help but to love on it. It just does so good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go down these little areas here. Now, I don't want to leave it pulled up, right? So when you have a shade, which is just kind of a thinned down ink or a paint, you want to push it down the body so you don't have little spots like that that pull up. Because if you do, it'll pull up in those little areas and it'll create this kind of like dark spot, right? So sometimes you kind of have to bully it just a little bit to kind of get it to where you want it to go. And that happens. But we'll talk about that more probably in my video that I'll make. But while you guys are here, if you want just some quick mini painting advice, we're kind of creating that nice little burnished look on them where it doesn't look super flat, where the paint itself doesn't look super flat, right? Because you don't want it to look super flat. You want it to kind of have a nice looking highlight to it. You want to really add that kind of detail, that pop, because if you don't, it looks flat, but also it kind of looks boring. So what we'll do is we'll go through and we'll just paint him up and we'll make him look nice and poppy. You don't want too much on your brush as well because you'll create kind of a pooly effect. So you want to kind of keep it pretty small. And those areas right there where I just kind of had it pool is where I wanted to kind of to be a focus. So as you can see there, doesn't that look better though? See how well shades work for you? You can have a shade work for you really, really well if you want to give it that time and that energy and be kind of fun with it. You don't want to do too much, though, because then it kind of kills the whole vibe. But I'm going to just gently kind of brush through those parts that we did our dry brush. The reason I want to do that is because... I want to really amplify those areas. So as you can see right here, right, we got that awesome mane that we dry brushed in. We're going to go boop, 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 and we're going to really bring out those details in that mane, because that's what this is going to do. A nice shade is going to bring out those nice, wonderful colors, and I kind of did a little too much there. Let me knock it around here. Let me see if I can fix it. Yeah, there we go. See how it kind of adds that nice looking detail? That's why we do it. It kind of brings down those muted details. Doesn't do too much where it makes the model look bad, but it does just enough to really, really sell the 3D aspect of the model. You know, looks like he's running through something. Something's on his wind. Looks really good, though, doesn't it? Awesome. Awesome look. I really love the way this guy looks. He's going to be really cool. Cool. All right, guys. So now we're going to work on our third model that we got going on right here, which is our little shuffler as well. All right, let's see here. So he's got, let's first identify kind of the stuff. So he's got a little stake for his leg there, so we'll probably want to paint that like a nice brown. Let me get that out here. And then with the brown, we kind of want to do something for the limbs. Let's try this bright sapphire. You know, I'm going to try that out, maybe make sure that it will kind of look like that ghoulish skin look. Let's see. He's got his same armor and stuff, but I kind of want to try a nice burnished red, maybe? You know what? Let's kind of keep them relatively simple. Let's go for our nice theme, right? So we're not going to do too much, because I don't want to do too much for these guys, right? Nobody does. Okay. Let's see. And then we, of course, need our green, which is our armor. All right. Is there any other paints that I want to add to this guy? Let me see. He's got his shoes. I guess I can add that brown. I can add my brown in. Where did I put my brown? Okay, we'll add my brown in here as well. Okay, any other paints that we want to add? I do not think so, guys. Oh, you know what? We'll do a nice silver for the plate mail. All right. Sounds good. All right. Now we have kind of our paints, which, by the way, is a lot. I probably should cut these down. I would recommend probably cutting these down to 3A. There's some of these paints that I probably could have lived without. I just can't help it, though. All right. Let's see. Where are we going to start? Let's start first with... Let's start first with the Abyssal Blue. This is what we're going to start with. So this Abyssal Blue, that's going to be our shirt color. And possibly maybe our pant color, we'll see, right? So we have this Abyssal Blue right here that we're going to doop, 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 doop on our little thinner. And now we're going to go just across that body section. Let me zoom in right here. Just boop, 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 boop. Really work on thinning that out. Yeah. Forgive me, I'm sorry that I'm concentrating right now. It takes all brain cells to operate and stuff. It's great. I really love it so much. And these guys, you got to be careful with painting, as you can see here. I did put them together. I thought I put them together pretty well. But sometimes those models are hanging on by a thread. So you don't want to beat the crap out of them. Because if you do, you risk the movement of accidentally breaking your models, right? And that happens. But I don't want to break my models because I don't want to look like a hot mess in front of you guys. I mean, I already look like a hot mess enough as it is, you know? Hot damn mess. If I was the circus, well, if I was a clown, I'd definitely not just be a clown, I'd be the whole damn circus. But, ooh, you know what? I kind of like the idea of us, because it's kind of zipped in right there. What are we feeling? I definitely feel like that would be a nice little color to add. Because there's like a nice little zip pattern right here, a nice little staple pattern, if you could see it, like right in this little vicinity where I put the blue. I might do this part red. Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's cool. I should have, man, if I only knew that, I probably wouldn't have painted the whole thing, but that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and start this out here. So we got our paint on our thing, or we got our red on here, right? Let's see here. You know what? That'll be okay, because it looks like it's all... We'll just make it say it's all one. It's just this one place, which I think adds just enough fun detailing that it feels a little bit like a, zombie guy. This guy rose from the dead. He was probably a, famous Blood Bowl player, right? Yeah. Ooh, Alright, let me see if I can try to... Sorry about that. Let me add a little bit more red to this. That's a lot. Hold on. Whoops. There we go. Now it's a little bit more mixed. Forgive me, guys. Alright, let me see here. Ta-da! That looks way better. Ooh, look at that. Nice! That looks good. Kind of gives me that, like, those 3D glasses. I don't know if people remember those or not. The red and blue 3D glasses everybody thought was cool. That makes me feel older than I really am, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? We're here. We're here. Just old. Older than a motherfucker. But we'll figure it out, right? I don't want to do too much here, but we'll go ahead and we'll just bring it up just a smidge. Right there on that top. Yeah. Oop. I did get a little bit on his knee there. Let me see if I can try to fix that. We'll figure it out. The best part about painting, in my opinion, is that you gotta learn how to... sometimes, stuff like that happens, and it's like, oh, well, that's a bummer, but you gotta learn how to just be like, well, accept it, move on. It'll be okay. We'll fix it. I promise you guys we'll fix it. Anybody that's watching that may struggle a little bit with some, compulsive stuff, I promise you, I'm gonna fix it. I'm not gonna leave that just sitting there. I promise, I promise, I promise. Right? Let's see here. That's my promise to you tonight, that we'll get it done. Yes. Look at that. Very nice. Doesn't that look good? I really like the way that looks. I know that the blue, probably people dislike the fact that there's not a lot of blue, but I think that'll be okay for what we're looking for right now, right? In my opinion, at least. God, I'm sorry that my hands are gross looking. Let's see here. Actually, I think this is one of the models that Dr. M wanted to paint. Well, we left her another one. We'll figure it out. And if you guys are curious, to anybody that's watching right now, I have no idea if anybody's watching this right now. I would assume probably not. Because why would they spend their Friday watching somebody on YouTube when they should be out, hanging out with their friends or people or whatever? Or enjoying just a nice restful day after a long day of work. Or getting locked in ready for work, right? Because I think at the end of the day, that's what probably matters the most, is the ability for people to enjoy what they're doing. And that's okay. T-Mac, you don't expect everybody on the planet to watch your content. You do this because you like to do it. And maybe that occasional person might come in and say a nice comment, too. That's what matters the most, right? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for that little black element right there. Actually, where is my black that I had? Because I don't think... Well, this guy's got a rope. We'll bring our payload bone in. Let me get my Fanatic black back. Okay. Oh, gosh, I gotta stretch. Let's see. Let's see. So we're doing the bits that are like armor, right? Green. Some nice colors of light reflecting here. I like that. Uh-oh. Well, nobody's gonna see that. Okay. Let's bring a little bit more into this. Oh man, this looks good. Oh man, If you're worried about little brush strokes or anything else like that, the best thing that you could do to eliminate that is by going back over it with another coat, which we will do after this dries. You don't want to do too many coats on it, because if you do, it kind of creates this like goofy looking effect, I guess you could call it that, and it kind of creates more problems in the future. We're doing some spooky looking dudes here. All right, we're gonna bring it down just a smidge here. Oh man. This is a nice looking guy. Alright, let's see here. How are we doing helmet wise? Like we're doing pretty damn good. A little smeary on the paint there. We might have done a little too much. Let's see here. We're getting there. Let's see here. Ah, man, that looks good. We're almost getting to that point where we're going to just fix a lot of our stuff. Oh man, that looks good, doesn't it? Nice green. Nice little green elements there. Adds a little bit more detailing to it. Let's see here. Let me get the music back, because I know I'm probably boring some of you guys just here. Forgive me. Let me see. You know what? I kind of want something fun to make me bounce. Let's see here. Let's get something that will bring some fire back in us. Sorry about that. Alright, let's get back to it. Ooh. This will probably get me canceled, but we'll figure it out. Okay. So this is what we got going on. We worked on our red and the green and our blues, so it's going to look pretty damn good once we're done, I think. Alright, let's start working on... You know what? Let's work on the skin. So we're going to do this black, this bright sapphire for the skin. So this is one of the definitely interesting ones that we're going to have to use. So let's see here. So this is going to go on the skin to get that kind of ghoulish appearance. So let's see here, right? So here's this arm that we're going to work on. Let me zoom in just a smidge here. Sorry about that. Let me do boop, 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 boop. Let's see here. Ooh. That's pretty ghoulish, don't you think? That's awesome. I really love the ghoul aspect. Okay. Okay. Let's get some more ghoul looking kind of going here. That's some ghoulish looking paint, guys. I love it. Alright, we're gonna paint the fingers here. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop backing it up. My old man eyes are just keep messing with me. That's like the 80th time I've done that too, though. Alright. I really like that look. So this is like a nice little ghoulish appearance. I kind of like this though for our people. Man, these guys look good. We do love a little bit of a zombie look, you know? I like the zombie look. That blue is really nice. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. We're just doing enough to really highlight those models and to just look really good. That's what we care about the most, right? Whew! Alright. Let's see, if nobody's really been on here and we've been here for an hour, I probably should just take off, huh?